Well, we still have water in the pond, even though we tore off the back corner. Look at that. That whole impression of rootage came from the other side, and you see how that part there lapped over the top. You see? Kind of a trip, huh? And that's how it's going to peel off the rest of that. That one, let's see. That one there, the nut. And this one here, that root clod right there, will clean off the other edge of it like that. So we're up a little higher today, but I'm going to sit down so my voice may change like distance, because the microphone for this thing is on top. But I'm a pretty good orator, so you should still be able to hear me, right? Anyway, Jan Apps from down under is with Scott right now, and they're going off to see some waterfalls, and then they're going to stop by later on because she has a tile plate to pick up. That's one way to beat the cost of shipping. No shipping cost if you pick them up. Which to Australia or New Zealand is probably $100 bucks. I thought shipping was bad here. I'm not going to complain anymore. Outrageous. So it looks like it's going to be raining all day, so it looks like I will be working in the rain. Partially. In between showers. Because it'll stay cloudy, which is great and perfect to work in while it's cloudy. So now that one big tree I just pulled out, I'm going to have to get the tractor, drop the chain on the whole thing, and I'm going to have to drag it. I guess I could go the other way around. And drag it out to the front yard. Oh, I know where I can put it. There's a swampy spot. I know where I could put that, and it will go really good. Yeah. And the red tea leaf would go good there, and whatever else is in that pod. All these pods can be redone. It's the orchids that are and the anthuriums are the ones that, you know, are the ones you got to take care to preserve. Because the blue ginger, the monstera, the chandelier, and all the other stuff, easy to restart. Well, we got right over there, we have anthurium mixed with the monster plant. And then all those grassy things are the orchid plants. So I'm going to take all those and probably set them. See, I got to be careful where I set them, because if I put them over something that'll overgrow it, then I'll lose them. And you know, this here was pretty regulated, and didn't have any of those orange ones, because those orange ones will undermine tile and stuff. You see those orange ones over there? I mean, I shouldn't have put those where I did. They're beautiful, but they can go underneath the concrete and break it up, the roots. Come on, focus in. What's up with that? What's up with that, camera? Alright, let's go in and then back out. Really? Really? Why is that? How about... Ah, must be the lighting. But anyway, those little ginger haliconias. But my favorite out here, besides the orchid, is this my ginger, my blue ginger. Let's put it over here and see if changing of the angle of the light makes a difference. Not so much on that side. Let's try it on this side. Where is it? Where'd you go? There we are. Yeah. It's all about angle and lighting. Because we can get even up really close to that in the rain. Ah. No depth of field separation, but who cares? Because all we're concerned about is that purple right there. Purple, purple. Ah. Yeah, well, for all those ladies in mainland America, I'm telling you, it's easier living in Hawaii than it is in the States. There's a ratio of cost of living to sources of income, and in Hawaii there's more sources of income if you're entrepreneurial. If you're coming to work for somebody, there's not a lot of those jobs around. Unless you got, you know, hold on a second, I'm changing the tripod, making it shorter so I can move it over here. Now I gotta find my purple kid again. Where are you? There you are. There you are. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love those little flowers, and usually when I take photographs of them, a lot of the times they come out blue, because they are blue, except they're purple. I guess they're blue-violet. But that one to the left, or that little dark purple point, that's a bud that's going to open up like the yellow one, the purple with the yellow inside. And that's considered blue ginger, but it sure is purple to me. Oh, so anyway, the ratio. Cost of living. I have found that because you don't have to pay for heat, that's a big discount on your monthly cost. You don't have to pay for water. You don't have to pay for garbage or sewer, because there is no county sewer and water system. Well, there is in town, but not out here. So most places out here have septic systems or whatever. I don't have a septic tank. I have a the other one, cesspool. That's probably full of roots. I should probably do a septic tank one of these days. But if I do, my lemon tree will probably stop producing. And all those bananas are thriving so well from compost. And human compost isn't any different than animal compost if you're a vegetarian and your compost is only from vegetable matter. Mine's not, but my rabbit toxins is little and far between, so I do think I have some rabbit broth left, soup, rabbit soup. Maybe I'll do something with that today. But Jan and them will come over in a couple hours. Maybe I'll have the soup on the stove in case they want a hot cup of soup. Instead of a glass of water on a rainy day, if it's going to be like this all day long. So sardonyx was off again. That's twice. Just now, and then in the middle of, well, not the middle of the night, but like 4 a.m. She was running around, and I heard all in commotion. But she comes when she's called, and she certainly walks when you grab her collar. She walks with you. I know, Jasper. I noticed all those little spots too. They look like blood drops. What do you think that is? Zircon? Got a bloody nose or something? I checked them both. I didn't see nothing, but these look like little blood droplets on the ground. I bet it could be sardonyx because she probably went through a gate somewhere and cut herself. Hey, Jasper, stop that. Where are you going? You going in the house? You going? Says screw this. So actually, this pond is being fed right now. Not by any motor or anything like that, but hey, stop it! But as all the other tanks fill up, this pot filled up, the blue pot there the dogs drink out of filled up, that water bucket filled up. I bet that fish pond is full up. It's been raining good part of the night. Yeah. If you guys vote, check and see if your congressperson voted for the billions of dollars for the military. Our country's falling apart. Our people are like getting ripped off and getting less and less and less and less, but there always seems to be billions, hundreds of billions of dollars to go blow up people in other countries. And old Trump, America first, America first. Yeah, sure. All politicians lie to get into office. They never fulfill their promises. It's a rigged game, but voters keep playing the game. I don't get it. When are they going to learn? They aren't. Because if you saw that link that I shared on the one comment there of dumb Republicans or dumb Trump supporters, you can put in YouTube dumb Democrats, but guess what? I didn't see any videos for dumb or stupid Democrats. Why? Because the ones on the both coasts are more educated. And this is some hard facts. I say this because I was raised on the West Coast. Went to school at San Mateo High School, which is one of the richest counties in the country. And this was before Silicon Valley, because it had Hillsboro, which is, you know, where Patty Hearst was from, and Bing Crosby, and a whole bunch of, you know, Shirley Temple Black, and a lot of celebrities and rich people live up in Hillsboro. Hillsboro High School's in San Mateo County. San Mateo High School, the one that first one I went to, was the central high school of the county, because that's where they had the county offices and the auditorium and the Olympic-sized swimming pool and the gymnasium and the football field and the track fields and the tennis courts and everything, because it used to be the San Mateo College, junior college. So, I mean, it took up a whole... Go on, Jasper. Are you doing okay? You can go inside, buddy. And anyway, the education that I took for granted, even though I cut classes and barely got through high school with probably a high D, low C average, I mean, I barely passed all the required things. And the only A's or B's I got were in art and crafts and ceramics and things that I like to do. I mean, duh. Why would you want to try and fit a square peg into a round hole? Why don't they do an assessment if kids are 8 years old and let them thrive in the direction they want to, and quit wasting their time with shit they don't need, like algebra. An artist will never use algebra. I mean, simple math and geometry, you can build an easel and stretch a canvas, or, you know, figure out the height of your ceramic pot. You're never going to need algebra. I mean, it's stupid. And I knew it then, and I was right all along. 65 years, never used algebra. And a strong, simple math that you can count change back so you don't get ripped off when you're counting money is probably more important than memorizing X and Z and Y and I don't know why. Because I'd go up in front of the chalkboard doing one of those things and I'd just freeze. I'd just sit there and stare at it. It made no sense to me. Any shade of gray, white, blackboard, nothing. It's like, what? You're just making up stuff. I mean, how can you do an equation if you don't even, you know, if it's unknown? How can you calculate it if it's unknown? It's a pain in the ass. Why would you want to? It made no sense. But then I didn't play piano either, so I mean, other than what I could play by ear, I don't follow the rules too well. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's not natural for humans to stand in line. Just, you know, FYI. That's control mechanism humans place on themselves. And Americans are very well behaved. You look around the world and you see people getting, you know, well, most of them are clamoring for food out of the back of a truck. They're not going to get in the line. When they, you know, climb over fences, they don't do it one at a time like in Mexico. They just mow the whole fence down like in the jungle in France. Americans are so controlled, so brainwashed, and so willing to get into a line. They'll get in line for free tickets to a stadium that will take them all. I don't know, 40, 50,000 people that fit in the stadium. Mostly agro-adult males. And that they got them. they got them locked up, like they did in South America in the polo field, in the polo stadiums, soccer stadiums, Colombia. Because of American CIA involvement. It's so ludicrous, and the whole world is seeing it now that America's talking about China now. It was Russia, now it's China. Pence is going on about China. What the fuck? These guys are so full of shit. They're causing all the people on the planet strife just so they can make their wealthy friends wealthier. We need to get rid of all these fuckers. All of Congress and the Senate, they're despicable. They're split in half over a sexual assault allegation, but they're in unison, lockstep, except for probably Bernie, to vote for the military funding of billions of dollars. Hand in hand, Republicans and Democrats supporting the military-industrial complex. You got to think about that one, people. You really do. Because that's just... You got to know that it's not left and right. They're in unison against the people of the United States and the people of the world. They're for the rich. They are the rich. When they get to Congress, they get very rich. And in Senate, they get very rich. Politicians take advantage of their office. All of them do. You can believe that Russell Ruderman asshole here has done it in his businesses here in Puna. He's not going to vote on anything that's going to go against the cost of his business. Guaranteed. They should only elect politicians who were doctors or school teachers. We should get high school teachers to be politicians. At least they graduated. Let's see Brett Kavanaugh's college transcripts and look at his attendance. Never see it. All his records will be squished away and hidden by the Secret Service now. He'll be a government protected person. Well, he already was, but even more so now. That's disgusting. That would they give a bimbo like that a position like that. That is, that's proof right there. This country's gone to shit. I mean, if Trump wasn't proof enough for you, Kavanaugh is. And all those people jumping up and down going, Yahoo, oh boy, Jesus sent us Trump and Jesus sent us Kavanaugh. Well, holy fucking Christ. Your Jesus must be one stupid son of a bitch. It's just unbelievable, a disconnect. But if you watch those videos that, you know, that show, and these people will argue till they're red in the face and they want to hit you, and they don't know why. They can't give you any, you know, they give you a bunch of jumble of stuff that they got off TV. the TV talking points, what they retained because they repeated it so many times, and so they latch onto those tidbits. They can't do any evaluation of their own. They can't look at that idiot and tell that he's lying, because they're idiots. My God. Is Ford lying? Could be, but I doubt it. Why? Oh, because her parents are CIA and she's getting $500,000. Well, he's getting $500,000 in his GoFundMe too. But he's going to get a hell of a lot more money once he gets a seat on that court and makes decisions and knows which way the decisions are going to go. He'll be able to benefit in his portfolio. He's been doing that with Bush. He's a, oh God, he is a swamp. The swamp's not just Democrats, it's Republicans and Democrats. The ones that hand in hand vote for the military and fuck you year after year after year after year after my whole fucking life. That's why I've been antisocial my whole life. Because society is stupid and I can't associate with that kind of mentality. It's just unbelievable. And another reason why I hung out in colleges and universities for 25 years is academia. At least people are researching stuff. And they're closer to the source of knowledge that they can call people on stuff, and people, you know, if you espouse some crap, people can like, boom, debate you right. And back it up with annotations, not just hearsay. Everything today is just all gossip and hearsay and rumors and innuendo and accusations. There's no document of anything. And you know, lo and behold, you don't get raped and you don't have footage of it for everybody to scrutinize to say, okay, yeah, you were raped. Otherwise, you get, you know, shafted. But that's the same thing like the service dog thing. If I didn't have a camera and I didn't get a video of that asshole making an asshole of himself, I'd have a harder case to prove. But I've learned, because that happened in the Malama market. I don't give them people any money anymore, and they're also illegal at the Malama market for charging people with disability stickers in their cars parking. You're not supposed to charge disability parking. They've been violating that for the longest time, and next time I talk to the disability access law people, I'm going to bring that up too and file a complaint on them. Because if you don't complain, people will continue to exploit. And I am sick and tired of these assholes who think that they're, you know, better than everybody else because they can do what they want to do. Especially politicians. Especially that rude Roto-Rooter man. I'm sure he got picked on his whole life. Because he acts like somebody that got bitch slapped and someone took his lunch money. They used to probably call him Roto-Rooter man. Roto-Rooter! Roto-Rooter! I don't know if that's a national company or not. It's on the West Coast. Roto-Rooter was a sewage cleaner. You know, they come out and Roto-Rooter your sewer line. You guys got that on the East Coast? Anyway, it's a beautiful day. Even staring at non-ponds, but we can do the ponds. Look, we got some ponds. We even got a little dribble over the thing right there. We don't have any fishies swimming around, but we have water noise activity. So this is getting really close to what it looked like in the beginning when it was like a naked background, and it took a long time for that to all grow into a wall of vegetation. But now, since I have observed a bunch of this, you know, I've got it. Yeah, we got to clear the center because that's the view of from the inside of the house. And the big one, Oh, so I gotta, yeah. Let's see. Ay, ay, ay. So, yeah, my advice would be move to Hawaii. Live here for 5 years, and when it becomes a kingdom, you can become a Hawaiian citizen, or what do they call it, a protected person of the kingdom. You know, Hawaii had electricity before the White House. It was one of the most literate countries on the planet until the missionaries came over here and screwed it all up. Talk about white Caucasian religious genocide, his story. I mean, it's, yeah, makes me sick to be that, you know, white Christian background, Caucasian, Northern European descent. Oh, so I cling to the fact that I might have Native American blood from Arkansas, so must be why. I must have been saved by some tainted Native American blood in my white genealogy. Thank God. Because I sure feel closer to the four elements than I do any religious iconage bullshit. Or religious human figures, past, present, or future. What sustains me is four elements. And one of them chickens out there is laying an egg every day. They're little ones, but hey, you just use 3 eggs for cookies instead of 2. What's the diff? And I did. Made some cookies last night. And I didn't burn them. Okay. Very good. So this water down now about 3 inches. If you look at the ceramic pot there, from the moss line down, or from the one rock there with the horse on it. Because the water would go all the way up to the bottom of the bowl when it's full. And yeah, doing good. We're doing good. Well, I guess I'm doing good. You guys aren't helping me. Come on. Maybe I can get Jan and Scott to put on some gloves and grab a hoe. Nah, not likely. Vacation. Alright, well, I'm going on in and get ready because I'll be coming over in a while. So, yeah, all these things I keep seeing, how screwed up the mainland is, all I can say is move. Because I've lived in a lot of those places that they're all bitching about, right? Been there, done that. Didn't want to, you know, why stay there and keep doing it? My God. Poor people in West Virginia. And you know, I've set out across country from Massachusetts to go to Oregon with no money for gas in the rental truck. I had the first tank of gas because it was full when they get it. But I had to sell things and make deals all the way across. It's a good thing I had a bunch of antiques in the truck. Yeah, I was really good at buying and selling antiques and jewelry and stuff that is valuable no matter where you are. As good as cash. Easily converted into cash. Yep. Oh, you get a whole U-Haul truck, 24-foot U-Haul truck full of antiques in Missouri. Out of barns and antique stores. Really cheap stuff. Cheap. Doesn't really matter what it is. You take it to California, up into the Santa Cruz Mountains and the antique stores up there, and mark it up 500% to those guys. And they're gonna, you know, they're gonna mark it up another 500%. It was nuts. But I guess it's just supply and demand. Scarcity. Oh, it's a beautiful morning, even in the rain. Let's jump out of the tripod and do a little oh, that papaya is about ready. I put the big old giant orchid right there on the log, so it should be okay. I don't want to leave it there too long because that grass will choke it out. And you can see this better here. See, it just pulled right up. And the rest of that piece, that tree there will do the same thing to there. I don't know how much of it it'll take, but probably to there. And then I'll wrap a chain around that stump and clump and pull that out. And that last corner bit, probably do that by hand. But there's an old African snail shell. We used to have bunches of those. Yeah, right there. That's about 3 inches long. So this here, pull that chain, should take that and that, and then I'll wrap a chain around that. And I think if I just pull these rocks out, this here is going to come out. But yeah, we're doing good. And the next pond's going to be that, you know, that deep. As you can see, that hole is right down there on the outside of the wall. The pond's going to be that deep on this side once I bust that out. And I'm going to excavate this as much as I can. take it all the way down to the blue rock Pahoehoe. Well, you can see the blue spots underneath all the breakdown of stuff. All the fishy poop. All the silt and sediment. Yep. And there's guppies in there though. We'll get them all down to one corner and then be able to pluck them out pretty easy at the very end. Alrighty, say goodbye to the pond as we know it.